Hello and welcome to the Sharjah Stadium, where we're getting ready for match day 6 of the AFC Champions League Elite, the West League. And it's Sharjah, who last season won the AFC Champions League 2 against 4 times Asian champions Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. This is why the match is so important. Al Hilal, well, they've already qualified for the knockout stage. They're top of the standings, played 5-1-5, but Sharjah, you can see there, right on the cusp of qualification. The top 8, remember, go into the knockout stage. So from Sharjah's perspective, they really do need a result this evening. This is what conditions are like here in Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. It's a little bit cool. Don't let that temperature of 21 degrees fool you, because there is a chilly breeze blowing. You have to say, though, it's pretty much ideal conditions for football tonight. Weather has changed here in the United Arab Emirates over the past week or so. There were heavy rains at the back end of last week, and since those rains, the temperature has fallen to a noticeable degree. The Al Hilal bench, it's a strong bench too, but, it's a big but, Al Hilal are missing the 5 players who did duty for Saudi Arabia in the recent Arab Cup. They've got strength in depth though, and there's the Sharjah bench making its way to the dugout, all smiles at this stage. I wonder if it'll be that way at the end of 90 minutes. They've had a really topsy-turvy campaign in this competition this season, starting off with a remarkable win against Al Gharafa of Qatar, 4-3 in added time, but then a draw and 2 losses before that victory in Saudi Arabia against Al Ahly, the defending champions, which has given their campaign new life to put them up into that top 8. There's Ceremonies, the coach of Al Hilal. It's his first season in charge, and boy, has he had a fairly decent start, it's fair to say. Unbeaten this season, looking in very good order indeed, even though they're 4 points off the top of the Saudi Pro League. Pitch got a watering about an hour before the start. And the Al Hilal fans have made their way here in decent numbers tonight. You can see, though, quite a few people in the stands wrapped up, an indication of that cool breeze I've referred to already. No means a full house here tonight for the last of these Champions League Elite fixtures for 2025. There are 2 more rounds of matches to come in February. Sharjah Stadium capacity, well, it varies depending on the seating that's open. Roughly somewhere between 12 and 15,000 generally. Nowhere near that tonight. But we've seen some pretty exciting nights here over the last couple of seasons. Most notably the semi-final success against Al Tawoun, another Saudi Arabian side in the AFC Champions League 2 last term. 2 goals in added time for Sharjah on that occasion, saw them to a 2-0 win on the night and a 2-1 success on aggregate. And of course they went on to win the final against Lion City Sailors of Singapore. The AFC Champions League anthem begins. Flag on its way out onto the pitch. The precursor to the match officials and the two teams making their way out. For Al Hilal, can they maintain their perfect start to this season's competition? And for Sharjah, can they continue with their foothold in the top 8? Plenty to play for then tonight. Both these teams back in action after a hiatus for the Arab Cup. Saudi Arabia and the UAE actually met in the semi-final. That match was abandoned due to the heavy rain, which also affected the UAE here. Time now for the handshakes, high fives and fist bumps between the two sets of players and the match officials. And very shortly we will be underway. Let's have a look at the lineups then. And first of all, Sharjah, Hossein Morais's first official match in charge, sees the side show 3 changes from the team that stunned champions Al Ahly on match day 5. In come number 7, Keo Lucas, 30, Usman Kamara, who scored the goal against Al Ahly that earned the victory, and 77, Igor Coronado. They're all offensive players. The bench includes Firis Benabi, who scored the winner in that AFC Champions League 2 semi-final here versus Al Tawoun last season. There's no Adel Tarat, the veteran Moroccan playmaker, reportedly injured and possibly out for the foreseeable future. Here's our playing control team this evening. It's an all-Qatari affair, led by referee Salman Ahmed Falahi, 35-year-old, who's officiating in his second AFC Champions League Elite match of the season. He was also in charge on match day 1 for Al Wada of the UAE against Al Ittihad of Saudi Arabia, a 2-1 win on that occasion for the side from the Emirati capital. 2 captains, Shaheen Abdul Rahman on the left, and on the right, Ali Al-Bolahi. All smiles at this stage. Let's hope it stays that way. Al Hilal and Simone Inzaghi has rung the changes with his side already through to the knockout stages. 5 players come in from the side that beat Al Shorta of Iraq on match day 5. In come number 17, goalkeeper Mohamed Al Yami. Number 5, Ali Al-Bolahi, who we've just seen in defence. 7, Darwin Núñez up front. Number 8, Ruben Neves, who'll pull the strings in midfield. And number 78, the defender Ali Lajami. There's a list of the substitutes as well, including Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. He got 4 goals in this competition last season. Both these teams have tried to find some time and some space to play some warm-up fixtures during the Arab Cup. Sharjah played against Al Khalij, the Saudi Arabian side, a week ago and drew 2-2. Al Hilal, they've had a couple of friendlies too, beat Al Muharrak of Bahrain 1-0 on the 13th of December, and 4 days later they lost to their fellow Saudi Pro League side Neon 2-1. Almost all in readiness then. Salman Ahmed Falahi gets us underway with Sharjah in the usual predominantly white strip, with a little bit of red and blue trim, and they're playing from left to right on your screens in the first half. Pretty disastrous domestic season have Sharjah. So we'll be hoping for a reason to smile through their efforts in the Asian region. Just about kept in play on this near side by Guillaume Biro, a young Brazilian. And it's going to be a free kick. Majid Sarur, guilty party there. They've got a couple of big enforcers in the middle of the pitch this evening, Sharjah, with Majid Sarur and Majid Rashid alongside the playmaker Igor Coronado. So expect some physicality from the home team. Side of play from Al-Balahi. Al-Balahi. Vastly experienced, his 9th season with Al-Hilal. Headed forward by Khaled Al-Danhani. The grateful hands of Mohamed Al-Yami. This is his first appearance of the season, Al-Yami, in this competition. 5 times an unused substitute prior to tonight. Very rare starter, actually. Last played in the King Cup against Altai in October of 2024. He's been given the opportunity this evening, and he's kicking straight away. Comes under scrutiny. It's Inzaghi. On the edge of his technical area straight away. This is Jose Moraes. Majid Sarur gets the ball out to the far side. Coronado tries to get it across. Takes deflection off the defender, and that's easy for Al-Yami. Mentioned Sharjah's domestic form. They're actually 11th in the 14-team UAE Pro League at the moment. 3 points above the drop zone. Nunez keeping that under control. But, gets a second bite at the cherry and takes advantage. And down goes Theo Hernandez. Theatrically, gets a free kick as a result. Tiniest of touches there, and the French defender goes to ground. Good harrying and pressing on that far side by the visiting team. Sarur can push the ball out to that far side, though, to Coronado. Majid Rashid, one of those midfield enforcers I was talking about, finds his captain, Shaheen Abdul Rahman. Here's Cho, Yumin Cho from the Korean Republic, alongside Shaheen Abdul Rahman this evening. Kamara, like a tank going forward. Don't let his reasonably short stature fool you. He's got a free kick as well for his trouble on that far side. And again, the merest of touches there. Malcolm, Brazilian. The referee saw something untoward in Coronado. He's played in the Saudi Pro League for Al Ittihad. In his second spell now here at the Sharjah Stadium. He's the man over the ball. Scored the winner on matchday 1 in added time against Al Gharafa. Two players in the wall. Looks as though he's planning on going short here. No, changes his mind. He'll whip it in with his right foot. And in the end, that's not a bad delivery. Pushed over his crossbar by Al-Yami. First corner coming up then. You bend on that. Vicious delivery. Yami enemy to be equal to it. He's a substantial character, 1m9. Pushing that over his crossbar. First corner of the evening then for the hosts. Again, decent delivery. Pushed back into the danger area again by Coronado. Malcolm's back there defending. It's at half away. Sharjah can keep it alive though. Coronado once more seeing lots of the ball in the early stages. Crowded out though, that's good defensive play. Darwin Núñez was back there on defensive duty. Sharjah win it back once more. Possession being squandered by both sides in these early stages. Hani forward, Balahi cuts it out. Done by number 19, Hernandez. Malcolm turning into trouble. Now a chance for K.O. Lucas to move forward. He's got support outside him on this near side. Cross to the back post. Well defended in the end by Hernandez. Ruben Neves, number 8. Portuguese international. There's been some chat in the media whether he might spark some interest back in Europe in the January transfer window. His third season at Hilal. It's outstanding at Wolverhampton Wanderers in the English Premier League. Down goes Dalila Al-Malki. Get a free kick on that far side. Pull back by Kamara. Second start in this competition this season for Al-Malki. His other one was on match day 4 against Al-Shorta. Appealing for that throw in and getting it. Khaled Al-Hani with the ball above his head. Bottom of the screen. Movement from K.O. to get into space. Biro, who's near side, our commentary position side. Majid Rashid, tackled by Darwin Núñez. Feels the last touch was off Majid Rashid. Referee's assistant on this near side disagreeing. Coronado with a little flick. Balahi forward. Work from Marcus Leonardo with his back to goal. So to keep an eye out for this evening. 11 goals in all competitions this season, the number 9. It's a bit sloppy there from Sharjah on this near side. Breakdown in communication between Majid Rashid and Al-Hani. Ali Al-Balahi taking the throw himself and then leaves it for Hernandez. These two sides have met 4 times in Asia's premier competition. Twice back in 2004, 0-0 draw, a 5-2 win here for Sharjah. Hilal on the attack. To the back post, it's come all the way back to Hernandez, who tries to set it up for Malcolm. He wins a corner. Shaheen Abdulrahman in the right place at the right time there to get the block in. Fashion space for a shot. In fact, in the end, it was Majid Sharur who was at full stretch with his right foot there to make contact and send the ball away from goal. Neves then will take the corner, takes it short, finds Malcolm. Neves goes back for it. Keo gets the block in. Sarur trying to close down the danger. Through ball looking for Darwin Núñez. It was a little bit too high for him. Keo now on this near side. And again, linking up with Majid Rashid. Space on the far side of the pitch, which he finds with Coronado. Kamara. Coronado on the overlap. Patient stuff from Sharjah. Here's Cho. Kamara battling for possession on that far side and does well. Really is difficult to shrug off the ball. Down goes Majid Rashid under challenge. The referee in perfect position. Says no foul. Dink forward. Coming together there between Ajami and Majid Rashid. These two sides have played 4 times in total, twice in 2004, and then again in 2022. That was when all matches were played in Riyadh because of the COVID bubble. This play from Leonardo. Cross comes in, it's just over Darwin Núñez. Hernandez looking for the opportunity to fashion a cross, trying to burst his way through. Able to do so. Good work from Alden Hani, getting the ball away from danger. Alahi, meanwhile, below our commentary position, not too impressed with the ball boy below us. He wanted the ball back very quickly and he didn't get it. Here's Jose Moraes. Started the season in this competition with Al Wada, currently second in the standings. Resigned though earlier this month, and now taking up a role here at the Sharjah Stadium. Season of turmoil really for Sharjah. Throw comes in, headed away by Shaheen Abdul Rahman. The shot from distance beaten away. Oh, and a complete miss kick by Leonardo. Well, you'd have thought it would have been easier to score than to miss in that manner. Shot from distance, Ruben Neves, I think it was, and then Leonardo, he can't quite believe how he's failed to put that chance away. Adel Al-Hosseini it was who made the initial stop and pushed it straight back into the path of the attacker, only for Marcus Leonardo to fluff his lines. Oh, well, first chance of the evening. Hilal somehow have squandered it. Marcus Leonardo, who's been in such prolific form this term. Here's Kamara now at the other end. Coronado, a nice ball in, dealt with by Akçiçek. Yusuf Akçiçek, the Turkish defender. Cho looking to move forward. Gets the ball back. Ceremonies. Coronado drifting into space. Referee giving the free kick. Frustration for Al Malki. Here's that shot from Ruben Neves. Hilal Hosseini pushing it straight back into the path of Marcus Leonardo. How on earth did a striker of that quality squander an opportunity like that? KO keeps it in, but it was beyond the last defender. Offside flag goes up on this near side. It's a difficult decision for the referee's assistant. Check. Joined 3 months ago, a 4-year deal from Fenerbahce. Neves back so deep there. An opportunity. In fact, you can see he's the furthest player back now. Neves actually the only player for Al Hilal this evening to have appeared in every one of their Saudi Pro League matches this season. There's Al Malki. Exchanging passes with Malcolm. Transferred Cech to move forward. Hernandez. Move the ball at pace, Hilal, but Shaheen Abdulrahman having other ideas. 20 minutes gone and still that chance, really the only one to speak of, and it was a blatant push in the back by Biro. Al-Balahi. He will certainly have mixed memories of playing here in the UAE. Season he was sent off against Al Ain. It was one of the matches of the season, a 5-4 win for Hilal. Chance for the hosts burst forward now. Biro, who's been hugging this right touchline so far, looking for support, finds it with Eldon Hani, tries to whip the ball in. Al-Balahi with the block. Once more. Hani, Biro finding a little bit of space. Give and go from him and a shot from distance. Shot coming in from Coronado. It was dealt with cleanly by Al-Yami. He did enough. Malki can now move forward for Al Hilal. Neves. Trying to find little pockets of space. Cancelo on the far side. Soureur giving the ball away rather casually. Hernandez. Neves pushing the ball forward. On the end. Malcolm was crowded out. Keo Lucas. Looking for the run of Biro. Can he catch up with this? I think he can, you know. The flag's gone up. It's a big disappointment there for Sharjah because Biro hugging this touchline, that he could look right across the line. You can see from the stripes cutting the grass that he was beyond that line of Hilal defenders. Just saw Jose Moraes there on the sidelines. What a remarkable coaching record he's got. 16 countries he's coached in. The UAE is the 16th of the lot. There for Al-Malki. A silly yellow card to give away as well. In the middle of the pitch. Defenders there as well. Malki's going to be walking the tightrope for the rest of the match. A needless pullback by him. Yellow card of the evening. Clear to the halfway point of the first half. Just that one opportunity for Marcus Leonardo to show for the efforts of the two teams thus far. Pushed forward by Malcolm, looking for the run of Darwin Núñez. Safety first from Adel Al-Hosseini. Reserve goalkeeper for the UAE during the recent Arab Cup. Neves. To Al-Malki. Cancelo. Neves looking for the run of Cancelo. What a great run it is! And it's into the side netting. So that was really patient build-up by Hilal. And it very nearly brought a reward. Great run from Cancelo. Went for power rather than accuracy, and that's what counted against him. Question mark over the defending there of Marcus Maloney, though. Not going with Cancelo. Chasing shadows, really, in the end. The threat, such as it's been so far, has come at the Sharjah end. Oh, and dear me, goodness me, Al-Yami. Moment of panic for him. Didn't bring it under control. Shot comes in from Sarur. Cross comes in from Keo Lucas to the back post. Well, that was almost a disaster of their own making from Al-Hilal. Al-Balahi playing the ball back to his goalkeeper. Al-Yami, what on earth was he doing? Majid Sarur's down. He's conceded a free kick. Actually, Al-Malki reacting. There's that bit of poor control by Al-Yami. Very nearly gobbled up by Biro. Majid Sarur making a fair point there to the referee, I think. We have got VAR tonight. Interesting that VAR didn't suggest the referee have a look at that kick out from Al-Malki. Remember, he's been yellow carded already, so it really was a dangerous gesture from him. Cech with the long ball forward, and the shot comes in on the angle. Wide of the target, though. Let's have another look at it here. Opportunity for Hernandez. He's on his favoured left foot as well. Actually scored in the World Cup semi-final in Qatar against Morocco in 2022. Just about kept in by Kamara, was it? No. Plenty of noise being made by the Sharjah fans. Most fans know how important this game is for the home team this evening. They do have a little bit of leeway, down to 9th place, just outside the top 8. That's Al-Gharafa, 4 points behind them. Al-Gharafa actually in this round of matches, matchday 6, are playing another UAE team. It's Al-Wada. It's also taking place this evening in Qatar. Good run from Hernandez. Neves out to the far side to Cancelo. Lovely movement by Al-Malki. In the end, there was no one to receive the pass. Maloney under pressure, and in the end goes back to his goalkeeper. Showed as well to take that on the chest. And again he gets involved and pushes the ball forward, looking for KO. And the free kick goes Sharjah's way. Cech not too impressed with the decision, I think that's fair to say. You see that his hands are over Lucas there though. Cech still just 19 years of age. Forward for KO. Oh, it's a lovely move inside, and he tries to pass it into the net, and it's saved by the right foot of Al-Yami. Best opportunity so far for Sharjah. KO Lucas has squandered it, created it with that lovely turn inside. He couldn't find the finish to match. Hilal can move forward on that far side. Malcolm inside to Neves. Long diagonal ball from him, looking for Hernandez on this near side. Good control of that bouncing delivery from him. Al-Malki, down he goes. And it's Majid Sarur who's going to get a yellow card now. So a card apiece for the two teams. It's Al-Malki, who seems to have been in the centre of things to a great extent tonight. He's having a rare old duel with Majid Sarur, isn't he? Retribution there from Sarur earlier. KO Lucas, that really was a good save in the end from Al-Yami. He was uncertain when the ball had been passed back to him earlier. But at full stretch there with his right foot, making the stop. Earlier with mixed memories of the UAE. Miami will be the same. He was in goal for that 5-4 game. Hilal narrowly edged out Alain, who were then the defending champions last season. Neves with the ball in. One in the air by Shaheen Abdul Rahman. It's a casual ball back into the area. Cho deals with in the end. Flick on by Nunez. Coronado finds Biro, goes for the early ball. Wasn't enough gas on it, I'm afraid. Al-Balahi easily cutting it out. And here come Hilal. Nunez on this near side, below our commentary position, finds Neves. Nunez has gone for the return ball, gets it back across, and that's really good work from Shaheen Abdul Rahman. The sliding block from him is enough. Biro now. It's like a game of basketball. One side going forward, then the next, then the next. KO just trying to bring order to the chaos, slowing things down a little bit. Ball out to that far side. Sarur. Coronado. Really under pressure as well to retain the ball. Joe finds his central defensive partner, Rahman. Coronado in space and scores! Oh, yes! But the flag's gone up. What a finish from Igor Coronado. It's scrubbed off the record books. Just beyond the last defender, according to the assistant referee on this near side. And a bend is run there. You can see he was just beyond Al-Balahi. Tremendous strike though with his right foot. It was unstoppable. He appreciated the delivery. It is being checked by VAR. VAR official this evening is Kamis Al-Mari. Decision, no goal. Nunez, oh, he's done well there, getting away from Al-Danhani. Oh, and diving in. It was Malcolm, and in the end, Adel Al-Hosseini had to do some hurdling in goal there as he scampered across his 6-yard box. That earlier offside. You can see quite clearly Coronado beyond the last defender. No goals so far. It's certainly been watchable, hasn't it? Long throw for Hilal. Nunez attempting the flick on. Kamara trying to win that one in the air. Goal kick. See Ali Lajami not too happy with that decision, and the referee's going to have a little chat with him about dissent. He's thrown the ball away as well. Let's see if we can make out what happened here. He was battling with Usman Kamara, who got the last touch there. Not entirely sure. The referee's assistant on that far side was certain. Short. Rahman goes long. It's cut out by Hernandez. Wallahi wins the header. Rahman does likewise. Flick on from Coronado. Who then goes across looking for Kamara. Jami was the man who cut that one out. Sixth time for Sharjah in the Premier competition of the AFC. Last time they were here was it was just the AFC Champions League in 2023-24. Hernandez trying to get the better of Al-Danhani, not able to do so. Sharjah didn't get out of the group stage then. Season before it became the Champions League Elite. in here by the looks of things. Jamie will take it. Get you closer to our camera. Into the danger area. A really decent long throw, that one. Neves with the attempted shot, which is blocked. Hernandez. Wrong. It was a deflection off a Sharjah player. So that's going to be a corner. Shot from Neves. Ball was taken short. Shot from distance. João Cancelo. Lucas back on defensive duty. There's a player down for Sharjah who caught the full force of that Cancelo strike. It's Majid Sarur who's down there. It's actually Osman Kamara. Lucas, who had a really wonderful opportunity earlier. There's the Cancelo strike, though. Catching Kamara. Actually stayed on his feet and then dizzied, I rather fancy. An ice pack to the side of his head. This is an opportunity actually for both sets of players to take on a little bit of refreshment, but also some chats with the coaching staff. Sharjah fans, most of them on their feet. It's a learning process for both player and coach here for Sharjah. Jose Moraes. We've seen a fair bit of Sharjah this term in his role as Al Wada coach. He hasn't had an extended period of time with his whole squad because of the recent Arab Cup. Lucas, Marcus Maloney, Majid Rashid, Khalid Al-Danhani, Adel Al-Hosseini. He's in action this evening. We're all away on Arab Cup duty. Check with the long clearance. Al-Malki wins the header. Check as well on the ball once more. Dainty pass out to the far side to Cancelo. Again, a bit more vigour this time, beautifully controlled by Cancelo. Al-Malki. Cut out by Majid Rashid. Lucas now bursting forward. Biro. Again, a bit too casual there by Sharjah. Biro bursting forward. Again, once more, you can see he has the opportunity to look right across the line there. He should have done better there, and look at that at the top left-hand corner of your screen. 5 times Sharjah have been caught offside. Malcolm. Pass inside for Neves. Oh, and it's a great save in the end. Tremendous stop by Adel Al-Hosseini. Neves with the through ball. It was Darwin Núñez with the shot. Wonderful goalkeeping to spread himself there, Adel Al-Hosseini. Here was Nunez with the shot, and then Cancelo into the side netting. Saved by the goalkeeper, I rather fancy. That's tremendous work, though, by Adel Al-Hosseini. That may well have sneaked in had it not been for the goalkeeper. It's the experienced Adel Al-Hosseini and showing his quality there. In comes the resultant corner. Sharjah can break. Ko Lucas. Coronado went down initially, but is back on his feet now. Kamara brings that under control nicely. Ko for support. Majid Rashid. Majid Sarur. Bit of space for him. Kamara. Ko to the far side to Marcus Maloney. Majid Rashid. Under pressure from Neves. As well to retain possession there. Header won by Hernandez. Nunez. Attempted give and go from him. He's clattered straight into Majid Sarur. Here's Malcolm. Cross to the back post. Hernandez with the shot. And a really good save once again. Adel Al-Hosseini had to get down really low and very quickly to his right-hand side. Excellent stop by the goalkeeper. It's Al Hilal who are asking all the questions now. Really nice run from him. Hernandez on the volley, and an excellent save by Adel Al-Hosseini. Wonderfully well-controlled volley that from Hernandez. It was an awkward height. That was heading goalwards, but for the intervention by Al-Hosseini. Only recently come back into contention in the last couple of months. Al-Hosseini. Period out injured. Suffered an injury in the final of the AFC Champions League 2. Anterior cruciate ligament tear. Sidelined him for a part of 6 months, although some of that, of course, was during the summer. Just over a minute to go of normal time at the end of this first half. Balahi wins the header. Hernandez wins the second header and then gets a free kick. Neves, once again, really deep to try and create something. Check. Malky forward, looking for the run of Nunez. Official, meanwhile, has confirmed a minimum of 3 minutes to be played. Our fourth official this evening, Mohamed Al-Shamari. Malki, despite the fact that he's received a yellow card already. He gets stuck in, and then he's on the receiving end from that challenge from Shaheen Abdul Rahman. Kao doing his best to get goal side of Chechek. Biro, Majid Rashid, square ball from him. Kamara. Cross to the back post. Hernandez tries to head it away. Kao. Inside to Alden Hani. Saru. Looking for Alden Hani. Biro with a shot. Just wide. He thinks it took a deflection. The referee thinks otherwise. Good build-up that from Sharjah. Wasn't caught cleanly though with his left foot by Biro. It is his favoured foot. Just dragged it wide of the target. Chance for Al Hilal right at the end of this first half. And good work from Malcolm, good tackle in front of the Sharjah fans. So we're going to go in scoreless. That's how Malki has a say in it. Hernandez on this near side. Biro's come back and done well there. And the referee, in fact, decides that enough is enough. And that is the end of the first half here at the Sharjah Stadium. It's goalless with the table-topping Al Hilal. Kept at bay largely through Adel Al Hosseini. He's made 3 wonderful stops from Darwin Núñez, João Cancelo and also Theo Hernandez. But Marcus Leonardo with the miss of the half, when surely it would have been easier for him to score after the ball was parried into his path following a Ruben Neves shot from distance. But Marcus Leonardo couldn't take advantage. At the other end, Kao Lucas, he's forced a smart save with the right foot of Mohamed Al Yami, and all those saves and misses add up to one thing: a scoreless first half. 0-0 then here in the Champions League Elite match day 6 between Sharjah and Al Hilal. Welcome back for the second half of the AFC Champions League Elite Match Day 6. It's Sharjah of the United Arab Emirates up against Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. Just waiting to see if there are any substitutions by either side. It doesn't look like it. So both coaches on that basis taking a view that they were happy enough with what they saw in the first 45 minutes or so, and it's more of the same. Both teams having opportunities in the first half to take the lead, and neither side doing so. Referee Salman Ahmed Falahi gets us underway in the second half with Al Hilal in the blue strip playing from left to right on your screens. Al Hilal, one of 3 sides unbeaten in the West League of the AFC Champions League Elite so far after 5 match days, along with Al Wada of the United Arab Emirates and Tractor of Iran. 6 matches taking place over tonight and tomorrow night here in the West. Tractor against Al Duhail, Al Gharafa against Al Wada, and Al Shorta against Al Ali, the defending champions, taking place tonight and tomorrow. Al Sad against Shabab Al Ali and Al Ittihad against Nasaf Kashi. First foul of the second half committed by Osman Kamara. Cancelo. In the end, he's dispossessed. Kamara back on defensive duty. Clearance looking for Ko Lucas, doesn't find him. He tangles with Lajami. Cech. Al Malki. Ruben Neves. To his near side, Cancelo. Thought he'd got the ball then. Didn't do so. Instead, Maloney trying to go long. His pass is cut out. Neves. Gets the ball across. And in the end, the corner's conceded. Coronado getting the block in. Malki just recovering there. I think long clearance ended up hitting him in the head. Just on his side of service to keep him on the attack. Short corner taken by Al Hilal. Malcolm. Shot coming in from distance from Cancelo. It's cut out. Good work from Biro there, stopping the through ball. Al Hilal most wins of Asia's top club competition, 4 in total, plus 5 times the runners-up. They last won Asia's top table in 2021, so it's been a long time since they've tasted that particular piece of silverware. Cancelo on the commentary box side of the stadium now. Second half, Al Malki, Al Balahi, Hernandez, Jami, Passed by Surur. Free kick. It's Osman Kamara who's conceded it. Pull of the shirt there on Malcolm. It's not a good place to have conceded a free kick here, as this ball can be whipped in. Ruben Neves and Malcolm over the ball. 4 Al Hilal players, 5 now, roughly around the edge of the area. Balahi's there to add some physical presence. See right at the top of your screen there in the captain's armband. Neves dinks it towards the back post, and Al Balahi was there. He got the touch, and in the end, Shaheen Abdul Rahman was the one with the block on the line, I rather fancy. How on earth did that stay out? Great work from the captain. Corner conceded, and Al Hilal knocking on the door. Sorts of pushing and shoving around the penalty spot. Referee Salman Ahmed Falahi having nothing to do with it. Neves will take the corner. He's got the short option there as well. Instead he whips it in towards the near post. Well defended by Sharjah. Get the ball out of the danger area. Maloney, UAE international, 22. 4 players from Sharjah feature in every match in the AFC Champions League 2 last season. He scored in the final as well. Somehow Shaheen Abdul Rahman kept it out. I'm not entirely sure even he knows quite how he did it. Off his thigh in the end, I rather fancy. Maloney dinks it forward, looking for Coronado. It was an equal battle between Cancelo Coronado for an aerial challenge. And Malky does well. Spreads the play out to the far side to Hernandez. And Balahi. Najami. To Malcolm. Neves almost inevitably finding space, being an outlet for his team once again. In the first half, possession statistics, Hilal had 50%, 57% of the ball, 11 attempts on goal to 4. Couldn't make it count though, putting the ball in the back of the net. Majid Rashid, Majid Surur, Usman Kamara, casual ball from him, mostly controlled by Cancelo. Sharjah's last 2 fixtures are against Al Duhail and Nassaf Kashi. Nassaf bottom at the moment, the only side of the 24 competing in this season's AFC Champions League Elite who are yet to get a point. Remaining fixtures after tonight. 2 more UAE sides. Shabab Al Ali here in the UAE, and Al Wada at home. Well done by Nunez. Trying to find Malcolm, not able to do so. Marcelo using his chest, finds Malcolm. Al-Malki trying to slip the ball inside. Cho can go long, looking for the run of Kamara. Gets inside, thinks about a shot, and goes for that shot, and real power from him. But it was straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Al-Yami got both hands up and parried it away. Hernandez, what a good run this is. A good tackle from Majid Rashid. Mentioned earlier, he's the midfielding enforcer. That's the sort of enforcing that the Sharjah fans like to see. Biro. Majid Sarur, shoot is the call. He does exactly that. It's a terrific save from Mohamed Al-Yami. Great goalkeeping. Really well struck that by Majid Sarur with the inside of his right foot. The goalkeeper at full stretch there. There's this earlier effort from Kamara. Such a wonderful mover, cutting inside. It opened up for a shot, real power with it. And in the end, Al-Yami got his hands up to keep it out. Corner for the hosts. KO trying to win that in the air. Majid Sarur with KO. Biro, nice skill from him. Lovely quick feet. Tries to go on the outside. Majid Sarur thinks about the cross. Maloney. Biro. Maloney being forced backwards by Al-Malki. Good pressing from the Saudi midfielder. Congested in the middle of the pitch. Coronado trying to come away with the ball, and Neves deemed to have fouled him. It's good play from Coronado, that, because he got himself between Neves and the ball. Contact was minimal, but the free kick resulted. Kamara, quick feet from him. No way through though. Here's Maloney in front of our commentary position. Sarur slips as he goes for the crossfield ball, easily cut out by Hernandez. Hilal have battled away extensively against United Arab Emirates teams over the years. This is the 44th time in Asia's leading competitions that have come up against an Emirati side. Previous 43, 121, drawn 13, lost 9. And away from home, 23, 1-8, drawn 7, lost 8. They've played 8 UAE teams, the AFC Champions League and Champions League Elite. Sharjah, Al-Ain, Al-Wada, Shabab Al-Ali, previously known as Al-Ali, Al Jazeera, Al-Shabab, Banias and Al-Wasl. Sharjah fans, as we come up towards the hour mark, encouraged no doubt in the efforts of their team this evening. As I mentioned earlier, we've had a distinctly lukewarm season domestically. A win against Al-Ali, the champions, in the last match day has given them some encouragement. KO doesn't get the better of Al-Balahi on that occasion. Lovely quick feet from him. KO almost got through. Cech was the man who stood between him and an attempt on goal. Maloney fouls Marcus Leonardo, and in fact a yellow card comes out for that challenge by Marcus Maloney. In fact, the card's gone against Coronado. That's why. It's blatant to pull back, as we saw in the first half with Al Malki. Second card shown to a Sharjah player tonight after Majid Surur received it in the first half. Cancelo goes for the return ball. Doesn't get it, ends up catching a Sharjah player instead. Cho's down, feeling the full force of that challenge. Shaheen Abdulrahman is captain with the armband, just protesting to the referee. Happy that Coronado received a card and Cancelo didn't. And you can see many of the supporters wrapped up against the cold. There's a chill breeze blowing here in Sharjah this evening. That was great skill from Cancelo, wasn't it? Wanted the ball back. He's just overcooked that pass. In the end, he just caught Cho as a result. Cho. Substitutions by the looks of things now for Hilal. Abdullahi is coming off. There's confirmation in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Harvey has come on, and also Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. To see Moteb El Harbi back. Resumed team training about 11 days ago after an injury which has restricted him to just 2 appearances in this competition this season. Player substituted. Malki was on a yellow card, of course, and Sergei Milinkovic-Savic coming on. Very much a talismanic player for Al Hilal, the Serbian midfielder. Goal threat too, no question about that. In total last season, Milinkovic-Savic scored 17 goals in all competitions. Here he is on the ball. Powerful aerial presence, in addition to his skill with the ball on the ground. A bit of space here. Leonardo to move into. Malcolm on the stretch. Neves to the far side. Not a great touch that though by Milinkovic-Savic. Cancelo has done well there, gets the cross in. Malcolm trying to fashion the opportunity for a shot, it's blocked. Good work from Majid Rashid with that block. Whistle goes for a free kick. Darwin Núñez penalised for the challenge on Marcus Maloney. Good work from Maloney. Again, getting himself between the ball and the defender. A little bit of concern there on the sidelines for Inzaghi. Wondering if his side can retain their 100% record. The only side across the 24 in the East and West leagues. Got that record after 5 matches. The flag's gone up here. Again, an easy decision for the referee's assistant on that far side. You see quite clearly, even though he was trying to bend his run, that K.O. Lucas was way beyond the last defender. Not far short of 20 minutes gone then in this second half. Savage links up with Cancelo. Malcolm. Savage again. It's a goal kick. He anticipated the challenge there and just overhit that cross. The Al Hilal fans doing their best to make plenty of noise. He's on the right of our commentary position. Just over the left shoulder of Adel Al Hosseini. It's very important for both these sides to finish as high up as they can. Obviously, from Sharjah's perspective, they need to make sure they're in that top 8 at the end of 8 match days. But a reminder that knockout stages work is top-ranked side plays number 8. It's behind Nunez. Malcolm! It's gone behind for a corner. It's a great block. I think it was Majid Sarur in the end who got in the way. Cross came in, it was behind Nunez. Malcolm felt certain he was going to score. And Majid Sarur's block was enough. The Al Hilal fans were certain that it had come off an arm. The Jammy just sharing a joke there with Majid Sarur. Well, thankfully his washboard abs did the job there. Corner for the visitors. Milinkovic-Savic gets the shot in, didn't catch it cleanly. Easy enough for Adel Al Hosseini. Coming back to what I was saying, number 1 in the final table plays number 8, number 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5. So the higher you finish, side you'll play, in theory at least, in the round of 16. There's Majid Sarur's block again for you. There's a foul by Milinkovic-Savic, who's now got the captain's armband on, with Al-Balahi going off. Now all of a sudden, here's an opportunity for Sharjah. KO's through. The flag's gone up, so it wouldn't have counted. Off him at the very last moment anyway. Around the goalkeeper. In the end, was denied. It was Al-Harbi, in fact, who got back with the challenge. Suspicion he was going to be playing KO onside. Shot from distance from Malcolm. Frustration writ large on his face. That effort not going goalwards. He knows the opportunity he had a bit earlier was a really golden one, and it was blocked by Majid Sarur. Savic won that one in the air. Did it hit him on the hand? Bounces off Biro. Biro comes back and makes the challenge, wins the ball, but the referee feels he played Theo Hernandez as well. As a result, card is shown, the third card shown to a Sharjah player tonight, after Coronado and Majid Surur in the first half. He did win the ball there, as though Hernandez actually ended up treading on his foot. Was there contact between Biro and the ball? I'm not sure. The angle seems to show something different. Biro, the man penalised. It's a free kick to Al Hilal as a result. Just over 20 minutes of normal time remaining. That's the yellow card count. Cross towards the back post, and Malcolm had ghosted in. He's frustrated. It's a really good run from him. And I think, having got into that position, he'll feel, even though technically it was a very difficult thing to do with the ball coming over his shoulder like that, I want to have hit the target. He didn't do so. Instead, just catching the netting. Certainly knocking on the door, Al Hilal here. Had to be a handball against Neves. With the free kick, one in the air by Akchicek. Well done by Coronado, terrific tackle, and then it's wasted as Kamara puts in a poor pass. Nicely done by Alden Hani on that far side to snuff out the danger. Maloney under pressure, does really well there to turn out of trouble. Tries to get the through ball through to Biro. Harby cuts it out and then continues his run. Bursting forward, the substitute. Finds Neves. Malcolm's there. Dink towards the centre spot. Kamara. Really powerful runner that he is. Oh, what a terrific tackle that was. The jammy it was. Neves, wonderful crossfield ball to Hernandez, who gets the ball back from Milinkovic-Savic, and a good block in the end. Shaheen Abdul Rahman concedes the corner. Wonderful football that from Al Hilal. Hernandez trying to go with the outside of his foot. And there was that tackle by Lajami, perfectly timed. A couple of substitutions now for Sharjah. Majid Rashid coming off to be replaced by Geronimo Pobletti. Also saw Rira Rappa. He's come on for Osman Kamara. Pobletti, the Argentinian. It's his 33rd birthday on the 2nd of next month. Good corner, and in the end, they just about get it clear, Sharjah. It was whipped into the near post, caused some confusion. Rira Rappa, the Venezuelan striker, replacing Kamara, who's run a good race this evening. He's put himself about. Malcolm Gets the ball through to Marcus Leonardo. His shot's off target. Well, initially the referee pointed to a goal kick. One came off Shaheen Abdulrahman last. I think it may just have glanced off his shin. That's why it went wide. And so a corner now to the visitors. Eighth corner of the night for Al Hilal. To the near post, headed away by Keo Lucas. Malcolm again. Ruben Neves, cross towards the back post. Cho gets the header away. Rapa with the long ball forward, looking for the run of Biro. Yami was a long way from home there, and he dealt with it. Now Harvey can move forward. Gives the ball to Savic. A mistake earlier. I thought he had the armband on. In fact, it's this man on the ball now, Ruben Neves. He really has been so influential this evening. Neves, always available for the ball. If Desmond back to Europe, you can understand why. European sides would want him. That's what the media chat has been in the recent past. Chance of him heading back that way in the January window. The attendance for tonight's game has just been announced. 7,763. Made plenty of noise here at the Sharjah Stadium. Well cut out by Keo Lucas. Neves does well to get the ball to Milinkovic Savic. Shoots from distance. Tackled by Majid Sarur. He's stayed down. As has Ruben Neves. Biro's still bursting forward though. Sharjah are playing on. Keo Lucas lays the ball back to Biro. Shot comes in. Good block by Al Harbi, and then the header loops over the top from Guarirapa. The flag was up anyway. Coronado trying to slide the ball through. Keo Lucas laid it back to Biro. Then came the shot, and then the header over the top. That's why Milinkovic Savic went down, and you can understand. It must have hurt. It was a crunching challenge from Majid Sarur, and he's getting some treatment now. Certainly in a fair amount of discomfort there. Sergei Milinkovic Savic only came on the pitch a matter of minutes ago. You can see the referee there, just with his hand to his ear, Salman Ahmed Falahi. Just wondering if he was hearing from VAR. Hamis Al-Mari seemed to indicate that no further action would be taken. Just having a chat with his coach, Jose Moraes. Both sides have made a couple of changes so far. The referee, meanwhile, has got his yellow card out there to João Cancelo. Whatever Cancelo has done, the referee says any more of it, and you're on your way for an early bath. Fans actually oblivious to that, it would seem. Zaghi just checking with the fourth official what that was all about. Fourth official Mohamed Al-Shamari. Meanwhile, Milinkovic Savic is up on his feet, limping very gingerly. Hosseini's goal. And you can see again there's communication taking place between the referee and the off-pitch officials. As well, though, it seems to continue. And, just off camera, Jose Mares and João Cancelo just a high five to each other, so whatever happened, it's been forgiven. Slipped by Jamie, but up and about, thinking about taking the throw himself, decides against it. It was the incident involving Cancelo. The referee making his feelings absolutely plain. Any more, you're off. Biro trying to burst through. Harvey does well. Miami with the long clearance, flicked on by Nunes. Two more changes in the offing for Al Hilal. They'll have to wait. Keo Lucas. Dinks it forward for Biro with a header. I have to say he looked offside to me. Abdullah Radif and Keo Cesar waiting to come on for Al Hilal. Cesar, the 21-year-old midfielder from Brazil. Maintain his record of playing in every Champions League match this season. If he does make an appearance. 3 starts and 2 substitute appearances for him this term in this competition. Abdullah Radif moving forward. It's good skill this. And the ball's all the way across. Yes, it's in! At last, Al Hilal have broken the deadlock. And it's Malcolm. He's had chances earlier. Didn't take them, but he's taken that one. Right in the top corner, nothing at all that Adel Al Hosseini could do about it. It was Cancelo who set it up on this near side. And Malcolm took advantage. The Hilal fans absolutely ecstatic. On the balance of play, they've deserved this advantage. Can make those changes now with a 1-goal cushion. Cancelo making the run, did so well there. Got the ball across, and what a good finish that was by Malcolm. So Sharjah's resistance eventually broken. Malcolm falling backwards. Really was a tremendous effort to find the back of the net. It's his last action of the evening as well. He's gone off, as has Marcus Leonardo. There's the reaction on the sidelines, and there's the reaction from Adel Al Hosseini. Frustration, they've worked so hard, Sharjah. Unless they can fashion an equaliser, all that hard work will count for nothing. So Malcolm, his last act of the evening, a goal. Keo Cesar, joined in January of this year from Vitória Guimarães, Portuguese side. Abdullah Radif, another player on the pitch. 22-year-old forward. Saudi international as well. 10 appearances during World Cup qualifying. Saudi Arabia on their way to the World Cup in the USA, Canada and Mexico next year. Frustration, particularly for Neves there with the referee's decision. Free kick going Sharjah's way. Saudi Arabia will be playing in their 7th FIFA World Cup finals. They're third in a row next year. UAE failed to qualify. Check with the defensive work there. It was ominous for the side losing when you start to see the stewards getting into position for the end of the match. Harby, who's made a real difference since he's come on. Excellent engine, as we mentioned earlier. Back in action after an injury, which has made him very much a big player in the AFC Champions League Elite this season. Biro picks up the scraps. Rapper goes down under challenge. Sharjah fans wanted a penalty, but on we go. Coronado. Dinked ball looking for Biro. Milinkovic-Savic was the man in the right place at the right time. Harvey once again providing that energy, looking to move forward. Possession squandered though. Rahman goes square. Sarur under pressure. Maloney gets the ball to this near side in front of our commentary position. Keo Lucas. Maloney does well to retain possession against Keo Cesar. Biro, give and go from him. Coronado. Pobletti. Lucas up against Cancelo. It's a really good cross that from Keo Lucas. It needed someone to gamble and nobody did. It was curling away from the goalkeeper. So enticing for someone to get on the end of it. And no one made that run. It's the challenge on Buildup. Neves. Ball for Keo Cesar to chase after. Substitute with fresh legs up against Cho. And what good defending that was from him. Milinkovic-Savic. Hilal have kept the ball alive. Nunez is there. Good goalkeeping from Adel Al-Hosseini. Ball stayed in play. Marcelo's done well. Keo Cesar in the end can't keep that in. Nunez thought he'd got the better of the goalkeeper, but quick as a flash, Adel Al-Hosseini out to snuff out the danger. Less than 3 minutes to go though of normal time. Sands of time running out for Sharjah. Got another change coming. David Petrovic, the young Serbian defender, is waiting to come on. 12 starts in all competitions this season. Cross to the back post. Push on Biro, I think, in the end. It's a free kick for Sharjah. It's their time for the home team to get back into proceedings. Keo, who's battled away all day. In the end, free kick is conceded. Lajami felt he'd won the ball, but in fact all he gets for his trouble is a yellow card. Savage just in his ear there. I think he probably said there was no need to dive in that situation. What it has done is presented Sharjah with an opportunity to get the ball into the danger area. Exactly what they would have wanted in this sort of situation with the time as it is. Their change. Sharjah Majid Sarur is going to come off, and David Petrovic coming on. And they're making another change, in fact, with Khalid Al-Dunhani making way too, and Abdullah Ghanim, he's going to come on. In fact, it isn't Abdullah Ghanim, it's Firis Ben Arbi, Tunisian attacker, who's on the pitch. KO with a shot, beaten away by Al Yami. Good effort that from KO, but not quite good enough from a Sharjah perspective. To the last few seconds of normal time, should be at least 5 minutes, I would think, to be added on. There's been quite a few stoppages, some injury treatment, most notably for Milinkovic-Savic. 7 minutes, in fact, is going to be played. That's the additional time. Free kick conceded by recently introduced Petrovic. Just catching KO Cesar. Here was that shot from distance from KO Lucas, beaten away by the goalkeeper. Al Yami hasn't always looked secure this evening, but he's done enough. Save from him with his right foot in the first half, turning out to be absolutely crucial from KO Lucas, who's on the ball now. Biro. Guarerapa's in the centre. Coronado lifts the ball forward and it's in, but the flag's gone up. Ben Arbi it was who put the ball in the back of the net, but I think he knew it. Just got the timing of his run wrong. Have another look at it here. Touch and go. Just was beyond the last defender. They've been so disciplined this evening, Al Hilal, in terms of holding that line, and there you can see they've caught Sharjah offside now 8 times. Our referee Salman Ahmed Falahi just checking with VAR. Kamis Al-Mari is our VAR official. He'll get the slide ruler out. Just wondering if Pobletti is saying to the referee, please make sure this time is added on. Thumbs up for the referee's assistant on that far side. Absolutely spot on with the naked eye. There's going to be another change, as you can see. There's the fourth official, what the VAR official saw. There is going to be another change now for the visitors. Darwin Núñez is going to come off, and Mohamed Al-Khattani will take his place. Real clear opportunities for the former Liverpool striker this evening. Al-Khattani, 23 years of age. Second appearance off the bench in this season's AFC Champions League Elite. Hilal came on the previous match day against Al Shorta. Milinkovic-Savic down again. He's been in the wars this evening, climbing high to try and get above Shaheen Abdul Rahman, and you can see his head took a real thump on the ground there. Let's hope he's okay. It's all smiles on the bench for Al Hilal. This is why Milinkovic-Savic with a little reverse ball to Cancelo. He picked out Malcolm, and Malcolm picked out the back of the net. What a season Al Hilal are having. This is their 18th match in all competitions. And this would be their 16th victory. They've had 2 draws. One of those draws, a 3-3 against Al Ahly, round 3 of the Saudi Pro League. The other one came in round 2 against Al Qadsiya, a 2-2 draw on that occasion. The Al Ahly fans absolutely loving life at the moment, and why not? They're the form horses in this AFC Champions League Elite so far this season, but those fans and indeed the players and staff will know that you don't win anything at this time of the season. Get to the knockout stages, of course. You've got to be up for the business end too. Katani, one of the substitutes, battling away. Petrovic does well to dispossess him. Is there time for Sharjah to fashion an equaliser? KO can't bring that under control. Milinkovic-Savic. KO Cesar outside him. Surely for Al Hilal it's a case of keep ball now. Al-Harbi happy to go back to his goalkeeper. Ben Arbi trying to do the pressing. One in the ear by Petrovic. Coronado, nice little back heel from him. Guarirapa. Loose ball picked up by Al-Qatani. KO Cesar goes back to his keeper this time. Just 90 seconds of the minimum of 7 to be played are remaining. It's all or nothing now, really, for Sharjah. Long ball forward. Catch a check with the header. Down goes Neves, and he wins the free kick. The challenge from Pobletti. Pobletti not impressed at all. Ben Arbi's down too. That's why he's down, tangling with Milinkovic-Savic. Then Pobletti. Rugged challenge, and the referee didn't like what he saw there. Well, the first game in charge. First competitive game in charge for Jose Moraes. He had 4 months at Al Wada here in the United Arab Emirates and never once presided over a defeat. He's going to start off with a defeat here by the looks of things. Al-Harbi, what a good run that was. Neves bursting forward. Good tackle from Petrovic. Hernandez. Al-Harbi. Hernandez again. Lifted forward, Hernandez continuing his run. He got the ball stuck under his feet. Cross it comes, and it's pushed over his own crossbar by the goalkeeper. Fantastic stop. And in fact, he didn't get a touch on it. KO Cesar it was who put the ball in there. I thought Adel Hosseini had got a touch. But in the end, it went behind for a goal kick. So close to a second goal for Al Hilal. Look at the statistics there. 23 attempts on goal to 9 for Sharjah. Biro bounced off the ball by Theo Hernandez. Just a matter of seconds remaining now, surely. Biro's staying down. Here was that effort, and in fact, the deflection was off the crossbar, not off the goalkeeper. Oh, so close for a second goal for Al Hilal. KO Cesar denied by the woodwork. Well, Inzaghi might not have been a perfect performance this evening. I'm sure he'll be happy if his side taste another victory here. Sharjah looking at the possibility of making another change. For the last few seconds, Feta Fatai, the young Albanian midfielder, he's coming on for Biro. Doesn't look as though he's going to be able to continue. Fatai. It's his 6th appearance off the bench this season. And his 3rd in succession. So all the substitutes for Sharjah have been used this evening, as we move into the 10th minute now of added time. Biro receiving treatment at the top of your screen there. His race is run for the evening. Keo Lucas trying to loft the ball forward for Ty. He's done well there. Petrovic lifts it forward. Good work by Akcicek. Excellent work too by Milinkovic-Savic. Neves surely must be in with a shout of player of the match this evening. He's seen so much of the ball. And again, always available. Joe. Fatai dispossessed. And the referee decides that that is enough. 10 added minutes in the end have been played. And Al Hilal victorious once more. It's played 6-1-6 for the team from Saudi Arabia, topping the standings. Their fans are ecstatic, and they secured a victory with just 8 minutes of normal time remaining after a lovely move down the right-hand side involving Sergei Milinkovic-Savic and João Cancelo. Cancelo squared the ball for Malcolm, and Malcolm, falling backwards, found the top corner of the net. On the balance of play, you have to say that Al Hilal fully deserved that. 23 attempts on goal for them. In the end, they just had the 1 goal for all those efforts. They were kept out in the first half by some fine goalkeeping by Adel Al-Hosseini and an inexplicable miss, really, from Marcus Leonardo. Sharjah, for their part, they were full of endeavour. They came close as well. Keo Lucas, the closest of all, having a shot in the first half saved by Al Yami's right foot. But in the end, the extra quality and class of Al Hilal came to the fore and told against last season's AFC Champions League 2 title holders. So a victory for Al Hilal at Sharjah Stadium. It's all over here and it's finished. Sharjah 0, Al Hilal 1.